Rolling.
Hey guys, welcome back and thanks for joining me on the post-match discussion about England versus Australia. With the second T20I that was played at Southampton yesterday, and it was a pretty good result, at least for me, because I was expecting England to win and they did everything right, sealing the series with one match to spare. Let's have a chit chat. Especially, how do you guys feel about the win, and how do you guys, if you're supporting Australia, how do you think Australia played out, and what could have gone well?
Personally, I had been supporting Australia since the start of the series. Had been eagerly waiting to see Australia back in track and win some matches out there, especially after playing 6 months later. They had got some international opportunity to play against England. But then you can't put England off the record. They are a great team on paper and also on the field. But then
I remember you telling me about Australia's team. It was just not a great team on paper. It was
yeah, see,
amazing team.
He also said that Australia was rank 1 in T20s.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, see,
now I think it's England is on their way to seal that with just another match to go. If they win the third T20, then England goes to number one with Australia dropping down
The
to
fact
number
to
two.
note here is they are doing it without their main players.
Who, England?
Yeah,
of
they
course.
don't have Stokes, they don't have Jason Roy, they don't have Chris Wokes.
Exactly.
see, at least it was not like one team dominance. It had been really a great fight put all together. We had
Yeah,
witnessed some
that is pretty clear. Yes.
nevertheless, at the end of each and every game, there should be a winner and there should be a loser. But unfortunately, Australia had been on the losing side in both the T20 internationals.
Yeah. So what do you think
up
of
for England? Congratulations for both of you having backed England and having clinched the series.
Yeah.
But I'm expecting a very strong replay from Australia in ODI series.
Yeah, but before that, there is also a third T20, which I think Australia would definitely go strong. Come back stronger because see, losing a spot in the T20 as a first place would definitely not be happy for them either. So I think if it's not for the series, if they would definitely at least look fighting back for the number one position, right? They will not give the England that chance to gain the number one because they'll become much more confident. Yeah.
Sure.
So
Probably this series might have given them some good match practice.
Ahead of IPL.
Talking about match practice, yes, I've seen. I think Mitchell Stark said that not to mention or not to I wouldn't say it's like it's a drawback, but he said we haven't played much cricket, which England had, which is of course true. But even Australia Australia played 3 to 4 practice games before starting off this series with England. So yeah, I mean it's pretty that advantage is obviously there. No matter even if you had played some good cricket in the past 3 to 4 months, England has been. It's because they're host and it's their home ground. I think that advantage is always there. And recently as well, even if you talk about Ashes, I think even Ashes as well, Australia tried performing well and they retained. They didn't win the series, I guess. They just retained the Ashes, right?
Retaining means winning, right?
Retaining as in, if you talk about series, I think it was a level. Series was leveled.
Oh,
but retaining because Australia was the previous trophy holder.
Yeah.
They didn't give away the trophy to England. Yeah. So when these two teams come, I think it's a pretty great
event to
witness. They're very well contenders. They're just. I mean, looking at the rankings as well, the top two teams are contending against each other. It's wonderful to see. So what do you think? I mean, yesterday, what could have, even in the last 2 games, what Australia could have done differently? Because Finch and Warner had been in an amazing form, except for that Warner didn't do well in the last match. But any strategy changes that happened from first match to second match?
Definitely, we have seen Alex Carey being sent up the order this match. Unlikely, Steven Smith generally comes up first at first down. But then I think Aaron Finch had got his own plans as captain. He wanted to put up a big score on the board and had sent Alex Carey well in front of Steven Smith and also Marcus.
Talking about score 158, was it 158?
Yeah, 157 was put up by Australia.
157 was a decent score, I wouldn't say, because even last match 162, 164 was what.
Actually, you can see Finch telling after the match that they got the wicket wrong. They read the wicket wrong. They thought it will get slower in the second innings, but that wasn't the case. Probably they have.
Not even about that. It's not even about that. I think Australia also lost some early wickets. They could have put some 10-15 more odd runs on the board because the weather was quite good. It was sunny out there, and it's the same pitch again that they had already batted on. So maybe having 10-15 early more runs would have helped them, and also they obviously should have taken one or two wickets in the beginning overs when bowling. That didn't happen, and England just settled amazingly well. And Josh Butler, he batted all through the innings. I mean, talking about Josh Butler's innings, it was one hell of an innings.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can't blame anyone alone in the Australian team because you have seen a very good score put up by David Warner in the first T20 International, but it was a very amazing spell by Geoffrey Archer. And unfortunately, Warner got caught behind. So, having lost the first wicket and also explosive batsman like Warner, Australia might have lost their confidence very early.
Thanks a lot for joining.
Yeah, if you see the run out by Ian Morgan, it was not a pretty direct hit. He had got only one stump. He had got only one stump visibility, and still he pulled out to a great run out. And it was a pretty important wicket for England, having Steven Smith gone out for 10 runs. It was a great contribution from all the three departments. I think we have lost the connection from Devarsha. Gopi Bama, are you with us? Okay, thank you guys. It had been a very great discussion. Let's meet up for the 30-20 International and hopefully Australia win the third one. See you.